All right. We're in, this is for statics. We're in the statics Blackboard site as of the date of this recording. We're looking at test 2, and we have an oddball geometry. There have been some questions about this particular problem, about the geometry, so I'm going to answer them this way. First, I'm going to go to search a term called Salom Mecha. I will go in there, click there. You might end up coming in here, but I came in and went down to the download and clicked here. Okay, there are Windows versions of this. I am under Linux, but if you go and search, you will find Windows versions. I have not installed them. There is an issue that I'm aware of with virus scanners, so you might find this to be an issue there. The code I'm about to show you how to do, everything I'm going to show you how to do will work on Linux, and if you can get your way through some of the details in installing it on Windows, it'll work for Windows. So I'm executing it on here, and this is how the code comes up. My goal here is pretty simple. I'm going to try to put it in the screen so you see it in the recording. I go here to the geometry, and it'll drop out. This is a regular can. I hold the control key down and move the right mouse button, and I can rotate my view. This is sort of the view I had there. What I'm going to do is slide this out of the way and slide it back in the way when it's necessary. So what I'm going to do is go pick point A, B, C, and then D. A is out there. So first, what I'll do is I'll move this so we can see the value of A, but I'm going to move it out here to part of my screen so I can see it. I'm going to place a point. Okay, I've got two different types of points. I'm going to place these in absolute. So in my coordinate system, I see a 3, a 0, and a 0. So I place a point. I'll hit apply and close. And if I scroll the mouse button up, you'll see that point right there. Let's see, I can move it down. So that's the point A. And if you want, you can move it around all you want. That's fine. Now I'm going to pick the point B. B will be out here 6, 7, and 8. So I go in here and pick another point. 6, 7, and 8. I'm going to call that point B. I was remiss in naming it, so you'll see over here in the object browser you can see that. I might be able to rename this to point A, and I was. So there's point A, there's point B. So you can see point B sitting out there. You can see point A back here. If I want to rotate around the origin or around, so you can see there's A. Click this one. This one's B. It selects them when you click there. Okay, now C looks like 0, 0, and 15. Select a point C. Just call it point C. 0, 0, and 15. Apply. If I zoom back, you see hang on, it's right at the tip of the Z there. So if I select it, you'll see that's a tough one there. So actually, I'll have to look in here about how to show the axis or not. But in any case, these were my base vectors. That's the origin. So you can see if I click them, they sort of disappear. Anyway, there you go. I was able to select C there. So the last point is D. This is this point here. Looks like I run 6 and then 3 or 9. So where is it located? This is point D. This is located around the 9. Then the X is 9. The Y is -2. And the Z is 18. So it gets put back over here. So from this, I draw from A to B, B to C, and B to D. So now what I do here, I draw a line from point A to point B. I hit and apply. Then I want another line, it's calling it line 2, from B to C, apply. Then I have another line from B to D. So I got to go back here and select B to point D, and that's it. So there's the geometry. Now, here, put it in here like this or like that. Let's see. The picture has the X coordinate going at you, the Y coordinate going to the right, and the Z going up. If we want this thing, let's see. It's not that one. It takes a minute to kind of get this oriented. It's not exactly the easiest thing to get oriented. Let's see if it does better this way. There we go. So the first one, move a little bit to the right, and there you go. Now, if you really want the box on there, guess what? You can draw a box. You want the box, and let's make it a 2 by 2 by 2 box. But that's not where the box needs to be. Box needs to be straight under B. You don't have to have this box, by the way. So how do you move that box straight under B? I made the box 2 by 2, so I could select that box, and I could go out there and translate the box. So do I want to copy a create here? No, but what I want to do, let's see if I can rotate it. Let's say that's too much. What we see is the box that's directly under here, 6. So if I move it 5 and 6, and let's start with that, 5 and 6. 5 and then 6. Did that set it so that it is directly under here? That's a good question. I don't know. Looking straight down the Y, it looks like it did. And I think what I'll do is just move it up like 4. So there's your box sitting directly under if you wanted it there. And if you want, I can put another point here. I'll put that point in the center of this box or on the top of that box. You can see I can select points here. But I forgot what the level of this thing is. I forgot how far I moved it up. I translated it. If I look at this box, it got a translation dx dy, so it looks like I moved it up 4. If I moved it up 4, it would be the bottom would be moved up 4. The box is 2. That'd be 5, 6. So that line needs to go to a 6. I'm sorry, that point needs to go to a 6. So if I go out here at 6, 7, and 6, and just say on top of box, and you can see there's the point sitting right there on top of the box. If it makes you feel better to do this, I can create a vector between point 1, which would be this one, and then point 2, which would be that one. And there you go. Wait, apply and close. So there's your vector going straight down. That's the force. So as you move this around, you can, I'm going to save this, put it on the website. This is the geometry of the problem you're looking at. If you want to download this, I'll make it so that you can download it. Try to think of anything else I can do here. Right offhand, I'm not thinking about anything else I can do. So with that in mind, I'm going to do a save. I'll just call it study 1. No particular reason to call it anything else. And then I can do an export as a step file, maybe. Oh, let's maybe select everything. Export as a step file. Oh goodness, it may be writing out all of these as individual step files. Well, let me pause and go take a look at that. Yeah, it did that, so I think that's a useless thing. I'm going to try something different here to help this thing get pushed out. I'm going to create a group. I'm going to call it whatever. I have line 1 selected. Apply. Incorrect input. Please select one or more subshapes to put in the group. Okay, main shape. There is no main shape. Let's do this. Let's see. I may not know how to operate this thing. Well. Let me monkey around with this and I'll restart the video in a second. I'm just going to pause it. So I think what we're looking at is that the best thing to do in this case is to just save this file and let you install this Salome Mechanica, and you can upload this if you have any concerns or anything. I will tell you that there is ways that you can add dimensions. You can go in and select like a line, and then you can add a dimension to it, a length say, or two endpoints, or along the edge. So if I select the edge, there's nothing to select except that, and then I can hit apply and close, and I can look at the actual length of that. I can do other things as well. So that's the actual length of that line, and it's sitting right here. I can remove it. Remove it. I can add another one. There is no angle geometry. See 2 points. Okay, so here, let me go back to the edge length. The edge, there it is. So there's your 2 points. So let's see what it says about parallel edges, but 2 points. I think you're going to get the same results here that you would there. Yeah, so it's just telling you that length. There may be other things that you can do in the dimension area, but right offhand, I think this might serve to get us what we need. So I'm going to stop the video. I'm going to put this file out there. Let me see, save as. I'm going to change it to test 2 problem 1 geometry HDF file, and I'll put it out there online. I'll draw the other one in a minute.